morning, everyone. It's Sam Villa here, and I just want to say good morning. What day is it? I think it's Tuesday. That's right. I'm sure a lot of you out there are thinking that. Listen, welcome to our Tuesday Live, and today it's all about giving you some tips and ideas that you can share with your clients for at-home maintenance, and this will really play into the future also. So I think this is a moment in time where I want you to consider supporting your clients and your guests by simply just reaching out. So what do you mean, Sam? Well, how about just getting on your Facebook channel, put your phone in front of you, and just videotape one little hot tip trick that they can do at home, or something that you can teach them that they can do at home. That's what this particular live is about. It's just giving you some ideas how to do that. So I want to first of all say that today I'm going to go till 11:45. Then I want you to go to, at 12 noon, to Free Education's YouTube channel. And I want you to watch myself, the Professional Beauty Association. Matt Beck will be the host. And then we have a great accountant. Her name is April. And she's going to be talking. She's a accountant with, I forgot what it's called, but you'll see it when you come on. But she is an accountant for over 200 salons and spas. She has great information in terms of business survival and things that we can move forward into. So I want you to make sure you watch that on Free Education YouTube coming up at 12 noon. That said, I'm going to be ending today at 11:45, so I can immediately readjust things and get right back over to that podcast at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So let's talk. Hot tip number one. Let's talk about hairsprays, okay? You have a lot of hairsprays out there. There it is. Thank you so much. That's 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on Matt Beck's YouTube channel. Make sure you check us out there. We're going to be talking a lot about the government in terms of how they're helping you. The Professional Beauty Association will be on. You're going to have a super accountant on with me. Matt Beck will be the host. And then you have Elizabeth from the Professional BA. She's going to be on. And it's also sponsored by Minerva. And they're going to be talking about some things too. So let's get started. What are we talking about? Let's talk about a hot tip in terms of hairsprays. Sometimes you'll hear when you pick up a can of hairspray how clients say, I don't like hairsprays, please don't use it. So, but yet the priority is they're looking for control. Control is they want their look to hold. So hairspray is not an option, it is a necessity. So let's talk about, I'm going to work with Redken's Triple Pure 32. Now this is a neutral fragrance spray, and I love this little mister that it has. A coagulator just kind of mists it out in a wider angle. So it's great to begin with because a lot of times clients don't like a spray because of fragrance. So here's a good one with a neutral fragrance. Next, let's talk a little tip that encourages them to like it. Hand them a can of spray and ask them to spray, and I guarantee they're going to be so close. And that's why one reason why it might get crunchy. By the way, no crunch with Triple Pure 32. So what I want to recommend is have them use, and by the way, if you have any questions, make sure that you ask questions, guys, all right? So you can ask questions, and Andrew and I will be happy to help you. So glad to see you that you're on, Angel, all right? So use the can as a measuring tool. So you teach them, use the can to determine the distance that you're going to spray from. Too many times clients are getting too close when they spray. That's why they don't like it, because it's too crunchy. Then the next thing is just go burst. Just a burst of spray. That's all you need. Don't get there, sit there and go, just teach them little bursts of sprays. Great way to work with it, okay? This is one way that you're going to get them to embrace a hairspray. Remember, not an option, necessity, because they want, their priority is hold. My shape continues to collapse, Sam. Next thing is this, is spray their hands. They can spray their hands and then come in and crinkle it into their hair. Once again, that's going to give them support. That's going to give them the control. Then the next thing that they can do is spray a brush of their favorite. Any type of brush that's their favorite, they spray the brush, and they simply can come through and brush their hair like mine needs brushing right now. So the idea, once again, that I'm trying to give you is this would be a short little video that you could send to clients. Takes maybe 2 minutes to talk about what I just talked about. And this is supporting your clients in terms of a hairspray. So just a quick little tips there in terms of hairsprays. Sam, is there any other way that you use your hairspray? Yes, I will spray my hairpins, my grips. I'll spray those before I put in, so I get a little bit of tack so that they're not slipping out. So hot little tip on hairsprays. Next thing is you have a lot of clients at home. You happen to know maybe the products that they have at home. Maybe they might have Frizz Dismiss Rebel Tame. And this is an opportunity when we're at home to really focus on some hair masks, aside from these face masks that I see everybody doing it. So I really want to, thanks Terry for that comment. She's explained it to one of her clients before, and it's a good tip. It's worked for her. Thanks for that comment, Terry. Appreciate that. All right. So now we're talking about ideas and things of products that you know they have, whether it's a mask or a deep conditioner. This is a time for them, you as their hairdresser, as their stylist, to encourage them to use it. So let's, for example, let's take Redken's Frizz Dismiss Rebel Tame. Okay, this is what I'm going to recommend for people to actually do a braid and then go to sleep with it inside with the product on their braid. So they're using this to braid their hair and then they go to sleep. So I really want you to know that this is a great tool in terms of going in and actually using it like a deep conditioner in terms of sleeping with it. So I love using Rebel Tame that way. So this is a great opportunity for you to create another little video. Just pick up some products and talk about, hey, Louise, I know you have this product at home. This is how I'd like you to use it today. And you're speaking to all your clients in terms of that. So once again, this is a great idea in terms of getting your clients to use the product that they have at home. You happen to know, get them to use that. Thank you for that. Yes, Marianne, I love Rebel Tame Frizz Dismiss. So now let's talk about now. So now let me show you a braid that you can easily teach your clients at home. So let's go to a braid. So what I've simply done so far is I've gone through and I've created a ponytail. So the first thing I want to show you is, bring that question back up again. What was that? How are you connecting what? Something? Okay. So Kenny, glad you're here. Holly, great to see you. All right. And Ashlyn, you're on board. Roseanne from T-Spa on Alaska. Hey, listen, sorry I'm not going to make it to see you guys in Onalaska, Wisconsin, but I know we're going to reschedule that class. Give Sue Covey a hug for me. All right. Kelly, thank you, my dear. And Kenny, glad you're here with me. All right. So now let me show you a 2-strand braid that's so simple you can teach this to your clients. So this would be another video that you would do. And these little videos that I'm suggesting you do are to help your clients. They're maybe 2 to 3 minutes long. Doesn't take long to do them at all. Just little sound bits. This is what I'm talking about. This is an opportunity and a time for us to reach out to our clients and share some things with them that are going to help them with at-home maintenance. So what I've simply done is taken a ponytail. I'm going to slide this into 2. Then watch what I'm going to do here. Once I have this into 2 sections, I'm going to palm. Look how I palm that section. Now watch my right finger. Watch this. My right finger is going to slice this section into 2. My thumb is going to come up and around and open that up. Then I'm going to take it, I'm going to connect my thumb and my index finger, connect them together on the opposite side. Once I've done that, take your free hand, and now you're going to take your middle finger, and you're going to go take your thumb, and you're going to claw this, and then just separate. So once again, let me explain to you the technique itself, and then I'm going to give you the rhythm. I slice this open on the right side with my index finger. So Sam, are you slicing the same side all the time? Yes, I am. So I slice, I open, I connect my thumb and index finger on the opposite side. Now all I simply do is take my middle finger and my thumb, connect to the 2 sections on the outside, and now I just separate that. So build a rhythm. So the rhythm is like simply like this. Slice, open, pull through position, claw position, middle finger and thumb, and pull apart. So it's slice, open, pull through, claw, separate. Slice, open, pull through, claw, separate. So Lacey, you've been trying to think, yes, Lacey, this is so easy to do. Really, really simple. Matter of fact, once you teach your daughter, I bet she's going to be able to do it herself. Here we go again. Slice, open, pull through position, claw, and separate. So it's really simple to do that. Let me just take her a little higher so you can start to see that. Look how I'm getting the illusion of a braid. Slice, open, pull through, claw, separate. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to show you that again because this is just so simple to do. All right, let's do it one more time. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask some questions. Once again, slice 2 sections. You palm the 2 sections. You don't do this. Okay, that's a braiding position for some of us. We palm that. Now listen to the rhythm. Slice, open, pull through position, index finger and thumb, they connect. Now, claw, middle finger and thumb, separate. slice, open, pull through, claw, separate. Slice, open, pull through, claw, separate. When I say the word slice, that's telling me go to slice position. Open, go to an open position. Pull through, go through a pull through position, thumb and index finger, claw, middle finger and thumb, and separate. Now, this is so cool. Once again, simple, easy braid to do. Sam, can you give us a script for clients who want us to go to their house and do their hair? Gina, here's my opinion on that. Okay, I'm going to give you my personal opinion rather quickly because I want to focus on these tips. My wife is medically endangered. She has immune issues. And if I go to someone's house, they may tell me that they don't have it, but how do they know unless they've been tested? And don't know who they've been around, or maybe they've gone out and about and come back. I'm sure everyone is trying to stay and protect themselves as much as possible. But personally, it's not a chance that I'm going to go and do someone's hair and trust the fact that they say that they don't they're not infected, and then I come home and I infect my wife. So you're asking me a very personal question. No, I don't recommend making house calls. You know, I think the clients we all have to understand, take this for real. So that's my opinion. And I know you're thinking, well, Sam, I've got to survive. Guys, you're going to be okay. All right. Just let's focus on supporting each other and helping people. Today, in this moment, I want you to focus on helping your clients. So instead of going to do their hair, why don't you send them a video and show them ways that they can get by with their hair? I'm also going to give you some color tips in terms of how to get them past this outgrowth. I'll give you 2 color tips that are really good. All right. So once again, let's go back to this, guys. Okay. So I slice this into 2. Slice, palm, slice, open, pull through, claw, separate. Slice, open, pull through, claw, separate. Slice. So Sam, are you always slicing with the right side? Yes. If you start with the right, you always slice with the right. If you start with the left, you always slice with the left. Now watch. Let's take an elastic and let's cover this. Let's put an elastic. Now watch. Have you ever seen a mom with a very fine ponytail and she crosses this 10 times to get the elastic on? Okay, because her daughter's ponytail is maybe that skinny and she has a huge elastic. So here's the hot tip. Simply teach them to put the elastic on. Now simply teach them to just twist, twist, twist. Look, I keep twisting that elastic with my index finger and my thumb. I twist, index finger goes in, I twist. Now that twist is all the way down the base. Now come through and loop through once. So it's just a real simple way to go in and do that so that you're looping through once. Now watch this. Let's cover up this elastic. So I'm simply going to take a hairpin, just a simple hairpin. I'm going to take the top of the hairpin. This is fun. I'm going to take the top of the hairpin and I'm going to slide this underneath that elastic. Now, maybe some of you have seen me before, but now's the time to create this video and send it to your clients so they can practice it on their daughter, their niece, their granddaughter, whoever happens to be in the house. Now, take a small section, okay, palm and pinch, and now wrap that. And I wrap it, and I wrap it. Now, I've pinched it as I wrap to maintain the tension. Tension is critical here. Now, I'm simply going to take another hairpin, just like the thread and a needle. I'm going to thread this hair right through that eye of that hairpin. I'm going to pull and push at the same time to maintain my tension, grab the hairpin, and like magic, we've covered up that elastic. Now, let's go through. Let's do it again. I'm going to do it with a pink one or a red one so you can see again. Look at here. I go through. Now watch all twist, 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 twist. Oops. Twist, 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 twist. And this takes practice. Speed comes with practice. Now look how that twist is going all the way down to that base. Now come through and I loop through once. Let me show you again with the hairpin. The top of the hairpin goes underneath the elastic. Okay, you can start to see that. See if I can come in a little closer to you. See that? Okay. Now watch how I'm going to take another hairpin. And all I simply do with the other hairpin is I take a section first, palm and pinch over the elastic. Look how I'm doing that. Now open up your thumb, wrap, wrap, wrap. Now take the hairpin, use the open end, thread this hair through the hairpin, eye of that hairpin, thread that through. Now pull and push, and you've been able to go through and cover up the elastic. So once again, just a simple little trick that you can do. Hi, Crystal. I'm a student about halfway through. Anything I can do at home that will help me not lose what I've learned. Can only do so much book work and limited supplies. Well, first of all, Crystal, thanks for the question. My suggestion would be grab a mannequin and practice, practice, practice. What do you mean, Sam? What do I practice? Holding a comb and combing. Practice your sectioning and isolating sections. Practice a comb and a scissor in your hand. There's so much that you can practice, but I suggest you practice, Crystal, with a mannequin. The books are great, but grab a mannequin and start practicing. And just practicing combing and brushing and getting your hands very flexible. That's important. Great tip for you there. All right, so that's a 2-strand pull through. That's what I call that. And then I've also showed you how to cover up the elastic. So one thing I want to show you now is, let's say that we have a bunch of flyaways like this. You know, these flyaways that you see here. A lot of times, you know, you can comb them down, but in photo shoots, sometimes you got flyaways up on the top here. And you get these flyaways. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a powder brush, just a makeup powder brush like this. There we go. Just something like this. Then I'm going to work with Redken's Frizz Dismiss Anti-Static. And I love working with the anti-static oil mist because, especially with this technique, I'm going to shake that. I'm going to spray the powder brush. And then when I want something to have a little bit more polish to it, a little bit more sleekness to it, I simply come through and I'll brush that. If I want to get the flyaways away on my ponytails, I'll come through and use my anti-static. Now, if I want a little bit more of shine reflection, then I'll come back in, and I love working with some type of like a spray wax or something. I'm working with Redken Shine Flash 02 in this particular case, and I'm going to come through and I'm going to spray that, and then you can go through, and I love doing this for my photo shoots before I go through and I do the shoots. This will give me a really nice, sleek shine to it, and it just helps. Once again, this is a great tip for your clients that have natural curly hair or they're complaining about the flyaways, if they have a one-length bob. I love working with a brush, a spray wax. In this particular case, I work with Redken's Shine Flash 02. So 2 great things to work with. And then I can also work with the Frizz Dismiss Anti-Static. All right, so that's a great one. Now let's go with a hot tip for some of the guys. You know, a lot of guys are working with paste, with pomades, with waxes. And one of the main things is application of product. I think application of product is so, so important. So let me give you a little hot tip to help the guys out, or anyone, one of your guests, she might have a short little pixie. This is a great little tip. I'm going to work with dry shampoo, Redken's Dry Shampoo Paste 05. Imagine half of a shampoo and half a paste working together. And right now, dry shampoos are really, really important. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to just take a small amount of this. Watch this. Take a small. Now I'm going to use the cap. I'm going to take the product, place it into the cap. And then I'm going to come through, and I'm going to simply turn my blow dryer on low and on high heat. Now, once again, this is great to teach those guys to do this. Why? If they take a paste and they don't emulsify properly, what happens is the paste goes on too chunky. And now it's misapplication of the product, why they may not like it. By going in and melting this, now look, take a look at what I've done. You can start to see it started to really melt. Now take it and now emulsify, and look at the paste. Now I don't get clumps of paste going through my hair or through anybody else's that's going to use it. So that is a great tip in terms of melting it. Sam, like guys, sometimes I take my rough paste, a paste. Here's another type of paste. And I'll take this paste and I'll melt it. I'll make this kind of hot. Okay, so I'll make my tubes hot. Maybe I'm going to take my Frizz Dismiss and I just start to melt that around. So I get easier application. So this is really a great way to do that. Okay, now here's a great question from Brianna. How do you suggest to achieve the flyaway technique for a more textured look? All right, if it's more of a textured look, and let's say that you've got they have natural curl, all right, then what I'm going to recommend that you do is just teach them to wrap it around their finger, and now simply take that brush with the product and now simply just brush around and brush around and brush around like this. That will kind of help to calm down that texture and that frizziness any way that you can. So I like using the brush for natural curly hair, just to go in and just brush kinky curl. Just go through and just brush it instead of using a hairbrush, but you're brushing it with the product on. I hope that helps you out with that question on that. All right, so I just talked about melting pastes and wax and pomades. That's a great little trick using the lid of the product and basically getting the product inside the lid, hitting the blow dryer on the lid, and then now it's melted, easier application. If this is helping you guys out, some of these tips are helping you guys out, just give me a like, a thumbs up, something like that. That would be great. All right, let's go into this one now. This is a hot tip, a hair hack that I discovered that is great. A lot of moms they have the kids at home. I've got a little guy, he's 3 years old, and he took the crayon and went on the wall with a crayon, and I'm like, oh no. Well, guess what? Never fear, Sammy's here. I simply took the blow dryer, melted the crayon on the wall, and then wiped it off. Yes, that's right. So that idea comes basically from the same idea of melting the paste, but you melt the crayon and then wipe it off. It comes off really good. Rachel, my hair has lots of layers, and when I braid, hair sticks out. How do I prevent this? All right, hold on, Rachel. I'm going to be right back. All right, so here's what I have. Let me see if I have. Nope, I don't have any here. All right, this is a Sanex strip. All right. So to answer Rachel's question, my hair has lots of layers, and when I braid, hair sticks out. How do I prevent this? All right, so let's say you do a braid. Okay, you didn't attach it to the scalp, and you got little hairs sticking out. I want you to take Redken's Guts 10 or Full Frame 07, a mousse, and I want you to just cake it like snow fell on the whole thing. Then I want you to take a Sanex strip, wrap it around that braid, hit it with a diffuser, take the Sanex strip off, and like magic, all of those little stick outs and all those flyaways have disappeared. Then you're also going to do this if you do a Dutch braid. If you're attaching a braid to your hair and you have all the little flyaways or the little ends sticking out because the hair was layered, I want you to load the entire head. I use Redken Guts 10 or Full Frame 07. Those are two different types of mousses, but you need a mousse. Use a mousse and just cover your whole head with a mousse like it's a white hat. Scrunch it inside, just push it inside. Now take the Sanex strip and wrap your entire head with Sanex strips like you're bandaging your whole head. Now diffuse it, take the Sanex strip off, and voila, all of those little things that stick up out of your braid, they are gone. Credits to Guido Palau. That trick comes from Guido Palau. He uses that in Fashion Week a lot when he braids down to the scalp. And Jackie Leister actually shared that trick with me because she works with Guido. So I hope that helped you out now. So now let's get into, I want to go back. A lot of clients are working out. So a lot of clients you find they're working out at home. Salt dries the hair out. So Sam, how can I prevent that? Here's what I want you to do. Recommend that they use any kind of conditioner or something, but before they work out, I'm going to work with Redken's Frizz Dismiss. And what I want to do is I want to go in and I'm going to apply this before the client works out, have them apply this to their hair, work out. Remember, this will block out that sodium, that salt, because salt is what's drying out the hair. So that's a good little tip for those clients that work out at home. All right, so now let's go to natural curly hair. Sam, what about natural curly hair? Natural curly hair, number one, sleep with a satin pillowcase. When they sleep with a satin pillowcase, they're not going to disrupt that cuticle so much, so that's important. Then I also suggest with natural curly hair, this once again, go back to the conditioning. Get them to braid and do some deep conditioning and sleep with that. That's awesome to do also with natural curly hair. Natural curly hair, one of the hot tips, make sure that when they towel dry their hair, they are towel drying their hair with a t-shirt. And that's because of the combination of the fabric. That fabric is much more gentle on the cuticle surface, more so than using a normal or cotton towel. All right, so now let's go to outgrowth. All right, so let's say that a client has outgrowth. Let me grab, here she is, excuse me. All right, so a client, let's say that the client has outgrowth. A lot of us are going through that in terms of that. And clients, I think that's the number one conversation I see happening out there is saying, what about all the outgrowth? So allow me to give you a really cool little trick in terms of hand. I got two little ideas for you that I want to pass by for you for this. So let's take and bring in a client, all right? And let's pretend that we've got some outgrowth here. All right, so here's a cool little trick that works out great. And credit to where credit is due. This credit goes out to Chris Moody. So Chris Moody talking about this as a trick for those clients. He was sharing this trick with his clients at home. And I thought this was really cool. Some of you may have already suggested this, but watch what I'm going to do, okay? What I'm going to suggest to the client, and this is simple. This is all about you touching base with your clients. Reach out. Send them a text asking them to do this if they're concerned about their outgrowth. What you want to do is, if that's the part, wherever they part their hair, what we're going to recommend is that they take a zigzag part. So if the client takes a zigzag part and they zigzag this, because it's a zigzag, it tends to camouflage that a little bit more because they're moving the hair out of its natural fall. So they're going to get a little bit more lift to that, so that what they're not going to do is that part is not so dominant. So it's really a great way to go in and hide the root by simply going in and encouraging the client to do a zigzag part. You know what? I would suggest now's the time for them to maybe get into a little bit back brushing. I love that idea, Marianne. Yeah, get them to do a little bit of back brushing. They simply comb their hair forward, just back brush it with a brush, then flip it back over. So if they can create some volume, then that also is going to help their outgrowth. I also suggest using, girls, you use your eyelash makeup that you girls use. I can simply, you know, that has all levels of color. They can go in and they can just touch up their root surface with that. I think that's an idea. Then the last thing is L'Oreal has root. There's a, gosh, guys, you have to excuse me. There is a product out there that L'Oreal puts out that's on the market for root surface, just to get the outgrowth, to get by with the outgrowth. And it's awesome in terms of what it does. It really helps you to get by. I'm seeing if I can find it right now. I think it's L'Oreal Root Source or something. Yes. Thank you, Victoria. Eyeshadow. Yeah, I was talking about using eyeshadow to go in and cover that up. Scarves. Scarves are a great idea. And then L'Oreal has a product called Root Source or Root something. If anybody knows what I'm talking about there, make sure that you share that. Terry Boyd, Terry, you're awesome, man. I love you. You're on every single podcast. Terry is suggesting use matte eyeshadow. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I was suggesting eyeshadow, but matte eyeshadow. Yeah, eyeshadow works in a pinch just to touch up the outgrowth. Remember, we're just giving them ideas that they can do at home, and I think that is so, so important. All right, so we've got that. All right, now, next thing is this, let's go in and let's talk about a simple little thing in terms of going in and detangling. And I think, you know, sometimes you think about things and you think about our tools and what we do and how we use them. But a lot of times when we go in, it's like it's the simple little things and the details that I believe make a difference in today's world. So let's go here because I got something I'm going to show you over there. So let's go here now and watch. This is a tangle. Okay, those are just tangles and knots right there. This is a paddle brush. Now, it's so important that we explain to a client about a paddle brush in terms of how we're working with the paddle brush. So this is a paddle brush. If I hold this horizontally, I know you can't see. Try to get the lighting the best I can. But if you hold it, you can see it's just a forest of trees. It's a bunch of nylon needles coming out of a cushion brush. So if I go through and use the brush horizontally, hand it to the client, I guarantee they're going to start at the bottom, but they place the brush horizontally. What you want to teach the client is turn it vertically. So all the nylons are lined up. So they're all lined up in a row. Tilt it diagonally, and now just go in and tilt it. I like to hold it like this when I do it and just kind of just wave it, starting from the bottom, working your way up. So what you're doing is you're using maybe just the first 2 or 3 rows of the brush just to slide it in vertically. And notice how I'm not pulling on this mannequin. And yes, a paddle brush is made heavy so that you're able to get through all of these things. But look at that. Now, once I've got that, watch me use the weight of the paddle brush and I come through. This is a Sammy paddle brush that I'm working with, Parul. That's what I'm working with. And you can visit the Sammy website or Salon Centric, and they will be happy to help you out with the paddle brush. But that's a great way to use a paddle brush, guys. You see, it's the details and the details. I want the mom, the grandmother, the aunt to have a great relationship with the niece, the granddaughter, and the daughter herself. That way they have a great relationship. Just a simple idea of that. Then also what you could do is the comb. A lot of times you'll see people trying to get tangles out with their combs. Once again, so instead of taking the comb horizontally, anytime you go horizontal with a brush or a comb, we are placing that tangle in deeper. Okay, so what I want you to do is just simply turn the comb vertically, just like you turn the nylons of that brush vertically, your paddle brush. Now by going vertical, look at how I'm not pulling on the mannequin and I'm getting these tangles out a lot easier. Now I come through and I just simply, once I feel a tangle, angle the brush like this so that you're able to get through. Then as you start to get the tangles out, start to change the angle of your brush from here, start to lift up, and now the tangles are coming out. Look how easily I got those tangles out by simply understanding the details and the details of using the comb to detangle. Okay, if you're learning here, give me something great. Just give me a little bit. No, yes, Kelly says, I didn't know that. Okay, all right. So now let's get into another one. Let's talk about the idea of, Sam, how do you work with all these tricks? Okay, I work with a rope and a ring. Okay, this is what I made. So it's simply an O-ring that I have, and I just took 4 different colors of rope and I attached that. 4 different colors of rope. So that what I'm doing is basically when I'm ready, I can take that off, place this on here, and then what you see is I can work out. So what I believe in doing is I work out with my hands first, the rhythm of a braid. And I'll work it on the ropes first. I work it here first. Then what I'll do is I'll take it from here, take this rhythm to the mannequin, because I find if I work with a mannequin, I get all tangled up and frustrated. And my little voice starts to take over and just starts to affect the mechanics of my hand. And frustration sets in. But if you work with this, let me give you a simple example. Let's just go with 3 strands. This is how I braid. Palm, pinch, over, over. So I palm, pinch the left X, flip, middle, palm, pinch right, flip, middle, palm, pinch left, flip, over. So I palm, look, I palm that. I pinch the right X, middle finger comes over, I slide in there, and I've gathered all those 3 sections together. Look at this. Palm left, pinch left, over there. So this is how I taught myself to braid, by simply working on my rhythm. Then when I went to the hair, it makes it so much easier to work with. Now is the time to work out. People ask me, Sam, do you work out? I don't know. No, I do my yoga, but I work out with my mannequins. That's how I work out. And I think it's so important. Practice, practice, practice. Let's see. Thank you for that, Andrew. Okay. So now let's go through now. And some of you are probably asking, Sam, are you going to cut some hair? Stay tuned, guys. Every week I'm doing something different. Yes, you're going to see me cutting some hair and doing some things. Matter of fact, how many of you out there would like to just know 15, 20 different ways to texturize hair? If you do, just send me a yes, 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 and that'll be good. All right. So now let's just talk for a moment, because I want to bring you into a couple ideas and some things that I've been working out. And that is that every Tuesday and every Friday, you will see the Samvia brand doing Facebook Lives on our Samvia professional page. So I really want you to spread the word out there for us. We're giving you information. Number one, you can see in this particular class, I've given you ideas that you can share with the clients. Sam, set me up on how I do that. All I want you to do is take your phone, little tripod in front of you, go to Facebook Live, press the live button, practice this first, get your mannequin, practice it, teach your client one trick, just one. Just show up, can of hairspray, and talk about hairsprays. Done. Maybe every other day. The next day after, maybe you do another one. Let's talk about the idea of the ponytail and covering up the elastic. That's the one trick. Just teach them that. See, what this is going to do is this is what's going to make you different. Let me just say this. You know, Facebook and social media right now, this is your business card. This is your business card right now. And this is an opportunity to use your business card. People, when you interact with people, what they will remember is how you made them feel. So with the things that are going on right now, there's nothing better for you to do than to go on and share these things and these ideas. At-home maintenance now. The things that you've talked about at the chair, the things that you've tried to show them at the chair, now is an idea for you to really back that up and go through with these videos. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you're all talking about that. For all this information in regards to, salons closing, open, close at 12 noon, I'm going to be doing a podcast on YouTube with Professional Beauty Association, an accountant. We're going to be talking about answering all of these questions that you might have regards. I want to focus right now on you and your clients. Missy, Sam, do you believe in teaching coloring their own hair? Guys, professionally, no. Professionally, no. Yet right now, It's a matter of survival. So give them suggestions, as I just gave you. Zigzag part to take care of their root. But I don't recommend they color their hair. They're going to get themselves in trouble. Now, some people are creating at-home kits. You know, check legality into that before you do that. As some people have checked it. It's different from Canada, that it could be here, different from state to state. Make sure that you do that. Okay, so really important. Okay, now the next thing I want to leave you with this is, as I was saying, Tuesdays and Fridays, Sam Villa. Tuesdays, I will be on 11 a.m. every week on Tuesday. And then keep an eye on the channel, because I'm going to maybe get up and get in a mood, and I might be doing a haircut. Check out Instagram, Sam Villa Professional, and Sam Villa Hair, and check out our Facebook page, Sam Villa Professional. Okay, so Tuesdays at 11 a.m., Tuesdays with Sammy, and I'll be giving you information. And then on Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you haven't had a chance to see Andrew. It's Cabin Fever with Andrew, and Andrew's going to be sharing a lot of little hot tips and things. And Andrew's he's a great life coach. So if you feel you need a life coach right now, reach out to Andrew. Then also you're going to see Jesse and Anna. They will be joining us also and doing some things with us. So that's Tuesdays and Fridays. Somebody asked, Sam, do you have any videos on braiding? Go to our YouTube channel and you'll see videos on braiding. Really invite you. Go to Sam Villa, YouTube/Sam Villa. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you're going to see things happening there all the time. All right. So now let's talk about what's going on. So many things going on. Let's stay positive. You know, I realize that you're doing a lot and things are really happening with your life. So Sam, can you suggest anything? First of all, let me share what I did personally. I really stabilized my surroundings. As I said, my wife is medically endangered, so I stabilized my surroundings. And by that, I mean we made some rules in the house, things that we can do, can't do. If I go out and get the groceries, I need to come home, clothes come off, I go immediately in the laundry, I take a shower, and I'm good to go with my family. But it's really, it's stabilized. And then assess where you're at. Take a look at your finances. I know a lot of people out there, Sam, I don't have a job. I've lost my job. So check your finances. Let me just give you a simple trick that we did. You take a look at your iPhone and then look at all those apps. Do you really need all those apps? Look at the ones you're paying for. And between my wife and I, we probably knocked off $200 a month by just looking at our apps. That's right. I mean, those apps can add up. So just little simple things. And then the last thing I'm going to leave you with, guys, is this, is that it's so important that we understand this is you can't control what you cannot control. So you can't control what your neighbor is doing. That's just out of your hands. You can control only what you're doing. So Sam, how do I do that? Stay present. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Yesterday was yesterday. I'm in the now. I can only control what is today and what is now. So stay positive. Really gather all of your information together, monitor the facts, and then respond to the facts. Don't overreact to what it is that you see or what you hear. That's so important, guys. I have a little exercise that I love to do, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things I see, 4 things I hear, 3 things I can touch, 2 things I can smell, and 1 thing I can taste. That takes my mind back to the moment. Right back to the moment. It doesn't think about, okay, what's on the computer today? What emails am I going to have to deal with today? Because there's so much going on out there. So I hope that these comments that I'm giving you is helping you out. Where is the video going to be with the PDA? I missed it. All right, Heidi, at 12 noon, I want you to go to Free Education YouTube. Go to their channel. That's Matt Beck, Free Salon Education. Go to their YouTube channel at 12 noon. And you're going to see this there on today. Now, that will be reposted. So make sure you keep up with us. We will repost it for you. Make sure you keep up with PDA. And any questions I'm getting in regards to legalities and finances and things like that, guys, if you're not going to the Professional Beauty Association, what are you waiting for? They have the resources. They have the links. Lawyers, they have everything that you need on the SBA loan. How do I do it? All open, close. You know, they can help you with everything. I'm a member. Then they also have, and I'm going to ask everybody to do this. I want you to reach out. Later on, you'll see a video that I'm going to be posting. For the PBA, they've created a relief fund, COVID-19. So as a brand, Sanvia, we've donated to that. And what I love about that is all those donations are going to go out to those salons that apply. You have to apply. But as that money comes in, it goes out. So they've been overwhelmed with the applications. So please, most of all, there it is there, www.probeauty.org. Most of all, they're overwhelmed. And if there's anything I keep telling myself in the morning when I wake up, patience. Patience with my wife, patience with my son, patience with my emails, patience with my colleagues, patience with my friends. I mean, patience is so important. Thank you, Terry. Yes, PBA is waiving their fees for applications in terms of joining PBA. They have annual membership, a membership to join. They're waiving that. So do me a favor, join the PBA. If there's any group that supports the professional salon industry, it's a professional beauty industry. So guys, I want to thank you so much for your time. I'm going to get ready now to move to my 12 o'clock podcast. Make sure you go to Free Salon Education YouTube channel. You'll see us there. We're going to be answering a lot of the questions I saw here in terms of, financial aid, questions regarding loans, questions regarding government questions, things like that. Those will all be for you in terms of information at 12 noon. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out this Friday, Andrew Carruthers. And then don't forget, my family, other family, Redken, every Monday through Thursday, they have something happening Monday through Thursday. Check it out on redken.com. Make sure, or check it out on their Instagram. Go to Redken's Instagram, Redken, and check out their schedule for their live. Every day they're doing something. Today from 2 to 5 is going to be the awesome Lori Zabel and Tara Abramovitz. My friends, I certainly hope that I've been helpful for you today, and at least put a smile on your face and know that we are going to be important. We are going to come out of this. It's so important that we unite. We will unite. We will prosper. We will encourage each other. We will nourish each other. And what I love that's happening right now is all the love and support that's going on right now. I ask that after this is all over and done, that we all love and support each other. We love salon owners, employees, independents, self-independent, session stylists. We're all hairdressers. Let's support every hairdresser that picks up a brush that is licensed. We got your back. Thanks so much for watching. A pleasure and honor. Don't forget, Friday, Andrew Carruthers, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And Andrew's the man. Thanks for watching.